Hey guys, Mike Chen. I'm here in Los Angeles or Greater LA. I'm in San Gabriel Valley right now. Let's just get right to the food. You don't want to see this face too much. Anyway, I'm in town for about a week for some business, and so this is my first full day here in the Greater LA area. I'm hoping today's gonna be really, really great because there's some X factors that may go right or may go wrong. Hopefully it goes right, but if it does go right, today's gonna be amazing. First of all, starting my day with such a luminous breakfast. Look at this. This place behind me is Lou's Gardens, and it's basically a Taiwanese pick what you want buffet kind of deal. So you go there, you get your cold dishes, you get your hot dishes, you pick a congee, or you get some rice, and you can sit out here. Look at this, this is so nice. Sitting out here by myself, eating food, and everything just looks like a paint palette. It looks so colorful, it looks so vibrant and delicious. This is how much congee they give you. They give you like a pot of congee. I got us some tomatoes and eggs. I got us some double cooked pork. I forgot what they call this, but it's kind of a sour dish. This is like a chopped green bean dish. They said this is good. It says something with eggs and pork. And for the cold dishes, I got us some seaweed, potatoes, tofu skin, some pig ear and tofu. Oh, the egg is so good. Oh, this is amazing. This is a little different than the double cooked pork I usually have. This is like actually a lot crispier and spicier because they're using a kind of a different chili on this. Wow, that is delicious. Everything, the tofu skin, to the pork, to the cold dishes. Get the seaweed. This is about as close as home cooking as you're gonna get. And it's just so comforting to be able to like travel to LA and still get something like this. This is one of the best places for home cooked random Chinese dishes I've been to maybe anywhere in the US. This tastes just like your mom made it, or my mom made it. And there's so much variety, and every single dish is actually just tremendously delicious. I don't know if they change up the dishes at all. I'm thinking they do. I could come to places like this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and never get sick of it because the variety of the dishes is changing. I think this is now one of my favorite places in SoCal. And I love coming here. This is Chris, by the way, Chef Chris. How you doing? Listen, that's the car. That's it. It looks inconspicuous, like Bumblebee before he whoops your butt.
This Batmobile's food truck.
Yeah. This is like one of those things where you don't know this is what you want in life until you see it, and then you're like, this is exactly what I want in life. Are you like a mechanic? Do you know stuff about cars?
No. I'm just crazy.
Hey, who built this?
So me and my buddy built it.
You and your buddy built it. What were you thinking? Were you just like, yo, I love Korean barbecue and I hate waiting in line?
Well, yes, I used to own a Korean barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
I love Korean barbecue. You know, I'm known for Korean barbecue. So, you know, the next logical choice was to have a Korean barbecue car.
So you had this idea. You're like,
yes.
all Asians, what you want for Christmas should be this. So you guys built it. How long did it take you?
Not long, a couple months.
Couple months.
Yeah, it was born out of the pandemic.
You know what I love about this? It looks like it gives you the feeling just like Bumblebee does.
Yeah.
Right? It does. It's like, it's cute.
Yeah, it is.
You know? You embrace the cuteness that all Asians want too.
Absolutely. Like, you know, we wanted to make it look not just like functional with the barbecue table. We wanted to make it look cool.
Yeah, and then you don't know, but this actually transformed into something that's just gonna whoop your appetite.
Not only pretty, but delicious.
Oh, yeah. This is by far the coolest thing I've ever done, maybe in my life. And we're about to power up the heat for the gas grill. Yo, this is charcoal. You are definitely the Beethoven when it comes to car barbecues. You freaking put charcoal in a Korean barbecue into a transformer. You have done the impossible, my friend. Michael Bay should be like looking to you for the next movie. This is crazy, look at this. We were talking a little bit here because I was fascinated by your story.
Yes.
You got a successful business, right?
Businesses.
Businesses. Do you think it was just like your passion, like you're just like, I'm driven, I want to accomplish all this, I want to be on all these shows?
Absolutely. I mean, one, I wanted to prove to my parents
that
I could do it. Over the last like 5-10 10 years,
Yeah.
you know, there wasn't a large Asian presence,
Right.
especially like on TV, especially on food TV.
Right.
I really, and like, you know, I think timing played a lot to do with it as well. And I kind of fit that mold. You know, a lot of people you saw back in the day, you know, not Asians, not a lot of immigrants or, you know, other people. I
Yeah,
guess
who
you'd
was
say.
the only Asian on TV? It was
Tsai.
Ming Tsai.
Yep.
I said Tsai Ming, I don't know why. Ming Tsai.
Yep.
And then
Yang
Yang
Can
Can Cook. Yo, we are the same. This is you and we tell that we're the same age. Like these are the same people we were watching growing up. That was about it.
Well, what meat do you want to start with first? We have bulgogi,
Yeah,
kalbi.
yeah. Pork belly.
Pork
Kalbi.
Okay.
For sure.
Excellent choice, actually.
Like I go, Chris, I have an eye for the most expensive.
Okay, awesome. Actually, you know what's more expensive?
What?
The bulgogi.
Seriously?
What we do
Uh-huh.
is we actually use real ribeye.
Oh.
Prime ribeye.
Wow, then I want both.
So this is prime short rib.
Oh.
We marinate it for 48 hours, like soy, ginger, brown sugar. And then, like we were talking about earlier, this is being grilled over charcoal.
Yeah. Is Korean food your favorite?
Yes.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so and then when did you realize you actually liked food? There's some moments, you know what I mean? Like I didn't always like food. Did you? I didn't. 'Cause I grew up eating Applebee's.
I mean, I love food, you
Yeah.
know, but like just like you, I love fast food.
What's your favorite fast food place? Name one.
That's tough.
Apocalypse comes, one survives. It cannot be Taco
tough.
Bell
I was about
because
to say Taco
no,
Bell.
because you be living in Judge Dredd's universe.
Oh my god. All right, so we're really cooking here. You guys
Dude.
thought we were fake cooking?
No,
we're
this-
actually
this-
really cooking.
This fire is strong. What's powering this whole thing?
There's charcoal, then we have butane gas right here, like fire up the fire.
When you were building this,
Yes.
like what was there anything like this in the world you could be like, oh, this could be our model after something? How did you even know how to do any of this?
Actually, pure boredom. This was born out of the pandemic. So I was just sitting there, you know, absolutely doing nothing, watching like
Which is my dream.
Breaking Bad for like the 10th season.
I was watching Breaking Bad. I just started in this pandemic.
No, but honestly though, it's
Yeah.
like the pandemic
Yeah.
hurt a lot of businesses, especially
Sure,
restaurants.
of course.
And not just restaurants, but especially Korean barbecue restaurants.
Why
Because
Korean barbecue? Because you gotta be
you
inside
gotta-
to cook. Yeah.
To experience real Korean barbecue,
Yeah.
you have to go to the restaurant.
Right.
Going to Korean barbecue, you have to do it in person.
Right.
And you couldn't do that during the pandemic. So it's like, you know what? Why not bring Korean barbecue
Yeah.
to the people?
Right.
I mean, granted, it's only one table,
Yeah.
better than nothing.
I want to tell you this right now. When this car was transforming into this food vehicle of every Asian kid's dream, I was feeling like the same kind of feeling, you know, when you're watching Top Gun and like, and he's doing all these maneuvers, and you're just like, I don't know if my life could get better than this right now, because seeing someone like you who you're so innovative that you created this. This is like the moon landing for me.
You know, I conceived it, I built it, and like I knew what I was building. When I first saw it like open up for the first time too, like it blew my mind away. I was like, I can't believe we actually did this. Like it's insane.
By the way,
Yeah.
this is
Go ahead.
so good.
Awesome.
You guys, seriously, wait, can people rent this thing or not?
Yes.
What up?
Bye.
We are a tourist attraction here in Los Angeles. We're part of the exhibit. This is the art district. This is art. Isn't that the best looking art you ever seen? Thank you.
It's the most delicious,
Mm-hmm.
most delicious art you can see.
The best smelling, best tasting art. Thank you so much. Yeah, all because this man right here had a dream and he was able to accomplish this.
All right, cool. So next we're gonna do some
Oh,
bulgogi. So if you
sorry,
can
meat
see-
just almost fell out of my mouth.
You guys can see that? Prime slice ribeye. We're not messing around here.
You have outdone yourself with this. I want to describe to you guys watching the feeling of what it's like sitting on the side of we're in an art district right now, which is fitting
Yes.
because people come walking by, we can just be like, this is an art exhibit. So if a police comes by, so if a cop comes by, like, what are you guys doing? This is art. How dare you question art?
Yeah, absolutely. And we just bribe them with some.
Yeah, and then you feed them some stuff.
We literally have the Korean barbecue restaurant with the best view ever. Because we can take
Yes.
this art district. We can go to Malibu.
How many
Go
times
to-
have you eaten in the back of this car?
Way too many times.
Where's the most beautiful place you've been to that you ate this?
Oh, you know, we were in like Malibu.
in
You know, we
Malibu?
parked it up like near the Getty. We've gone to like the Griffith Observatory.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Have you ever like thought about this? You drive this up to Scarlett Johansson's front door.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're not violating anything because you're like across the street, right? you sit there and you just eat Korean barbecue for like a week straight.
Oh.
I guarantee ScarJo will come out at some point smelling this and be like, can I share a bulgogi with you?
Oh, yes.
Just be inconceivable if you're just sitting in front of their door. Just every day, it's like, ScarJo will be like, Monday, be like, hey, honey, if she's married, I don't know. There's a random Asian guy eating Korean barbecue in
Two
front of our
random
house.
Asian
Two
guys.
Asian
We're going together.
Yes, okay, yes. There's a couple of random Asian people eating barbecue in front of our house. Like, oh, that's strange, hun. Okay, don't think anything of it. Tuesday, honey, they're still there eating Korean barbecue, and it's starting to smell better. By Friday, it's like, I think we need to join them.
I think,
If anybody want to book this car, proposal, will have a whole different meaning. Who's gonna say no to you? Has anyone rented this for any random purpose yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
So I'm just giving ideas. I'm
Yes.
helping you, Chris,
Yes.
come up with some marketing schemes
Okay.
for this.
Okay.
And I want to encourage whoever's watching, if you want to do anything I just suggested, please do it. And don't say I told you to. Food is the best way to like open any difficult conversation. Okay, let me get a bite of this first. This is so good. You are the master.
I know if you had a lot of Korean barbecue on your grill.
I've had,
But let's
yes.
just be honest.
Yes.
This is the best.
This
you've
is
had.
one of the best, for sure. And this is the best, most memorable Korean barbecue experience I've ever had, bar none.
Thank you.
Like, not even close. Like, I feel bad sitting here because this is such an enjoyable experience. The only thing I could make this better, if you make this have a hot pot. that would be the only thing that would make I'd be like, you have a hot pot here too?
All right, so here's the next one. Here's pork belly. Personally, this is my favorite.
Tempting.
Yep. So we marinate this in some gochujang, honey, sugar, jalapeno, citrus.
If people want to have a taste of your barbecue,
Yeah.
what can they do?
They go to the website, KBBQcar.com. They can go on there, book it for events. They can go tailgating. They can just do it at your house. You know, like you said, they can propose to people.
Yeah.
This is so versatile. Like you can do whatever you want with it.
And you got a line of sauces too. Tell me about that.
Yes. So got my K-pop sauces. So we have different ones. We have like a chili sauce.
Yep.
We have a kimchi mayo,
Yep.
honey glaze. We have a triple X. But you can buy them on Amazon. You can get them at your local grocery stores.
First of all, I want to commend you because one of my favorite things about Korean barbecue, at least in LA, is the river of eggs and the river of cheese and corn. Whenever I'm in South Korea, Koreans just love putting cheese on every single thing. I don't blame them at all. I'm just wondering, when did that start? Like people wanting to put cheese on literally everything.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing. I think half of the Korean population is lactose intolerant.
No, yeah.
We literally put cheese on everything. I don't know when we started doing it. So, somebody decided to put cheese on the corn. Oh, that's a great idea. So now everybody got corn cheese. And they're like, you know what? Let's put some cheese on some kimchi fried rice. Okay, so everybody else does it. And don't get me wrong, it's delicious.
It's delicious.
It's amazing.
So wait, what's so special about this pork belly?
It's carbona pork belly, so it's very high quality. We marinate for 48 hours and put it in our sauce. Best way to eat pork belly is over charcoal.
Of course.
If you guys can see this, like you get this char, like the black bits, that's not burnt. That is just char. It's like, and it gives you a crispy, crunchy texture.
Because pork belly has so much fat, and when the fat is just crunched up a bit, it's just like why people love a little char on like really good Neapolitan pizza. It's got that really nice, slight bitterness to it.
Yeah.
What are some of the stuff you're working on? What's coming up?
Working on some new TV shows. Filmed a couple of new TV shows.
What TV shows? Can you say?
I'm doing a lot of, like, a couple of things for Food Network.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on like the next Crazy
Hair?
Rich Asian or something.
Oh.
Crazy Rich Asian, the TV show. Chris.
I have my projects in, San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
I have my project in
Yeah, you got restaurants everywhere.
Hawaii. Thinking about opening a couple things here in Los Angeles.
I'm so happy you were able to, through whatever method it was, create something like this, because this is so fun and it's kind of taking the social media world by storm. Like 20,000 people messaged me this thing. They're like, you gotta check out this card. And I'm like, this card did not just transform into a Korean barbecue. Am I seeing this? And that's so cool that you came up with this whole thing. And you, my friend, like I just met you. You're awesome. You're really fun to hang out with.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So hopefully we get to, eat more. There's still so much craziness going on in the world.
Yeah.
And hopefully all you guys are staying safe out there. But dude, so much fun hanging out with you. Thank you so much for having me on the car. John just walked by. John, you're interested in renting the barbecue car.
I already knew about it, so it's good to see it in person.
Where were
Very
you going to
cool.
take it?
Probably beach
A lot of people did the beach.
or up Mulholland, if they're going to let you do that up there.
That was an incredible experience. Thank you so much, my friend. You do great things.
Thank you.
I expect to see the Megatron
Buffet truck. Coming to your wedding soon.
There you go. No, that's really good. You are truly now my bae. The only thing I want in a bubble tea shop now is just a pure iced tea. Sometimes with a cheese foam, if I feel like I want to reward myself a little bit, but usually this is just what I like. Tasty iced tea. Also, something happened today. Let me tell you guys about this camera and how this camera, I feel like it's tied with me forever. So I usually film with this little GoPro. It's something I like. It's convenient. It's not heavy. It's also very inconspicuous. Sometimes people don't like big cameras pointing at them. So this thing, I don't know if you guys remember the episode I was filming in Harlem with my friend Jules. After we finished filming, I left this camera. It was there filming us, and then I just left it there. Walked to my car, dropped Jules off at home, got on the highway, then remembered that, oh, I don't think I got this camera. Drove all the way back, so this whole process took about an hour. This camera was still where I left it. And today, Jesse and I were filming with Chris, and this thing was on the ground right beside us. After we're done filming, everyone packed up, we all left. Me and Jesse went to Little Tokyo. That's when we were like, wait a minute, where's the GoPro? This is also a testament to my absent-mindedness. Anyway, drove all the way back. There it was on the ground, still there. So, this is my camera for life. Won't leave me. Anyway, today, eating at the barbecue car. That was such an awesome experience. Super thankful to Chef Chris, who's such an amazing guy, for driving the car over, bringing the food, and just treating me to such an unforgettable Korean barbecue experience. If you want to rent the car for whatever occasion, promposal, proposal, I'll put all that information down below for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again. See you later.